son.
Yes, I said. Oh, with Linda?
Oh my gosh, did I do Linda? Did you see Linda pop up there?
No.
Okay.
I was saying, did you not put mic on Linda?
We did.
Oh, okay.
So we're live, folks, and we're showing you how setup goes because all of this goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
But live is pretty cool.
This looks so silly.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's okay, but my shirt looks crooked. So I'm gonna do this.
Sure.
Make it dip this way.
All right.
Now that looks
It
even.
looks, yeah, wonderful.
It looks symmetrical. That's what's important.
Well, folks, you've just gotten a bit of an insight of who Wendy I almost said Fitzwilliams. So in Trinidad, our first what would you say? For the pageant, like Miss Universe. Who had a moment there? So the first Miss Universe, the second Miss Universe, that was from Trinidad. Name is Wendy Fitzwilliams.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So I almost said Wendy Fitzwilliams.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah, there we go.
Very I can see why you
I'll
got us
take
mixed
the
up.
high five,
That's
Wendy.
right, that's right.
And this is definitely Wendy Willams, though, and she has an amazing story to tell. We spoke way back in 2016 for the first time. Yeah. And now I get to meet her. So thanks for being here. Like she does the cool handshakes too.
Right. Blow it up. Then we can blow it up.
Blow it up.
That's right. Blow it up is probably 10 years old.
So we do have with us Wendy. So Wendy, what's going on? The last time we spoke to now, what's up? Like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh. Well, the last time we spoke, I was really making a go more of my relationship coaching, and now that's taken a little bit of a back seat in favor of health coaching.
Right.
I'm working with people with chronic pain.
Right.
And trying to talk them off the ceiling a little bit. And I also, my husband and I have gone through a lot of changes. We had a son living with us who was in his 20s, and now he's moved along. So now my husband and I have the house to ourselves.
Wow, empty nesters.
Empty nesters, yep. And we're doing a lot of projects. So I would have invited you to my house, but no.
It's all
no
good.
No human being should be in my house right now.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good because it's just, the rugs are being pulled up and this is being painted and that's just crazy. But I'm enjoying it.
It's all good.
Yeah, it is all good. And I've done some interesting, exposed to some interesting stuff in terms of how the human mind works and how we experience life. And it's had a really deep, I don't know if the word is profound, but a deep impact on me in terms of how I approach life. My anxiety level with something that could be anxiety producing has gone way down. I just really trust that things are just they seem important at 4:15 p.m. on a Wednesday, and I now know that by 4:45 on a Wednesday somebody's gonna throw a rock at this window and my mind will be off that thing.
Yeah.
But I used to let these hard moods take a bit more of a hold, and now I realize that they really don't need to, and I don't really need to pay as much attention to my negative thoughts as I used to. So that's really, I just feel so much more chill and much more, I don't know.
Good vibes.
I'm happy to be alive. It's just so much. It's been great. So
that's good. That's good.
I totally enjoyed it.
That's pretty amazing. Now let's take them back. You were a nurse, right?
I was a nurse, and I'm still kind of a nurse. I'm a nurse educator working with people with chronic pain.
Yeah, it's connected.
Yeah.
And then you went into the marriage coaching, right?
I did, and I marriage coached people that might be in this room. I don't know.
Right.
And I still do that, but it's just not it's not as much of a central focus. Although I am part of a team of health and wellness coach, a movement coach, and myself a relationship coach, and another woman who is into the oils and how the oils really
essential
help.
oils.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the four of us are running a membership. A membership program that's off of Facebook, and people join for very low money, and we just kind of put out some really good content and really good conversations. And
Sounds
it's
like fun.
really powerful. Yeah. It's been really powerful. So we've enjoyed that. So
Now, you've been super instrumental in this journey, which then leads up to now, right?
Oh my gosh!
Like I always say it, right? Like
you do.
I was at this point where I was thinking that I should stop. So I set this huge goal, and I think we were somewhere probably 25% completed. And I was talking with Wendy via text on Facebook, and I said, she said, what was one of the challenges? And I'm like, well, I'm not getting as many people as I need to. And she was like, oh, you need to get people? And she connected me to 40 people on average that night. And that was actually a turning point for me to go on to that goal at that time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just want to say thank you, like face to face. Because then I wouldn't have been here. I would have stopped. You know what I mean?
It's so great.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Like the small things that one person can do. And I believe you're a connector. Like, I mean, you came here with someone, like, you brought Linda with you because Linda was on the podcast, but you keep connecting people to us and what we do.
That's definitely something. I just turned 60 3 days ago.
Wow, congratulations.
And that's definitely something that I'm really stepping into and owning more, is that I am a connector. I see things like, oh, this person really should meet this person, or this person needs to know about this job. Maybe they don't even know that such a job exists, and so they need to meet or talk or whatever. So I can definitely see that is definitely, or I connect things like, my patients, you need a social worker, you need a this, you need a that, So I can see those connections.
Well, that's good. Tell me, we cover your own unique real shoes, right? See what type of shoes you're wearing.
Oh man! All right.
Oh, there we go. I see them. I see
them. They're clogs.
Okay, there we go. So many.
They're so comfortable. I don't know what it is about these clog things, but I just could walk in these all day. And other shoes that bend, I don't know. They don't. The shoes that don't bend really get my.
Yeah.
Blood pumping. I don't know what it is. It's kind of funny. But if I'd known that I was going to show my shoes, I might have worn something a little bit more cute. But
what we do see within the shoes is the shoes speaks of one story, but what you've done, right? The steps you've taken, the struggles you've gone through is another story. So tell us about that. What struggles have you had in the last 2 or 3 years in doing what you're doing?
In the last 2 or 3 years. Well, I would say letting go or putting aside my I was obsessed with making a living as a relationship coach and making enough money or more than enough money, as opposed to saying, let me get practical and look upon this. I need a day job as well as doing the coaching. So kind of letting that dream or that focus dissipate a little bit or get off to the side was and is a big deal. I really do want to introduce myself as a relationship coach or whatever. And so even when you said it to me, I was like, okay, wait, how am I going to say this? I'm a coach for chronic pain patients, which is the truth. But I'm being paid a salary to do that 40 hours a week, right? But so kind of finding a way to flourish in this with all my gifts and talents, and not let anything feel like I'm putting a light, what's the word that we say in Christendom? Put my light under a bushel or something like that.
Right.
I don't want to do that. But neither do I want to let my bushel be mowed down by the mortgage guy. You know what I mean? Like I need to find a way to make it happen.
It makes sense.
Right. Yeah. So that's been a challenge. That's been an interesting one, and I actually feel like I am truly in the midst, like I'm letting something be quiet and waiting for more. I'm actively talking to people and seeing things and whatever, and looking in more of a direct. I know that it's going to happen. I just don't know the exact shape of it, and I felt like I was really deeply involved in all these masterminds and business coaching things that made it sound like, do it this way and you'll be a millionaire tomorrow kind of thing. And I'd say, okay, I'm trying to do it this way, but I'm so worried about my bank account right now that I can't completely devote myself to doing it that way. So I had to do 2 or 3 little side jobs. And so finally now to have a steady paycheck or whatever, and to be able to. I've been doing this work on how the human mind works and how we experience life, and so it's all. I feel like I'm just kind of waiting for something a green shoot to sprout up that's going to give me a bit more direction, and I know it will.
Which is better, isn't it? Like one of the things I like to do is to go slow, right? As many conversations I've had, I still love to go slow with the process because I'd like to find myself in the work I do. Exactly. Yeah, and that's what you're doing. Exactly. You're finding yourself in the work you do.
Exactly.
And in the work you do, you need to pay bills. It would be really good to say, I'm an entrepreneur. But it's so powerful to be able to say, I commit to a day job, and I do what I need to do to make the money I need to do for my family, right? So I think we need to start owning that.
Right. And owning the fact that it isn't only about me. You know, if I had some giant, trust fund that was paying my bills, then I could do all these wonderful things and try this website or try this sales page or try this or whatever. But that's not the way that my life goes. Yeah. But the amount of people that I impact and touch. Yeah. I mean, I got a birthday card from a friend of mine. She is a friend. Yeah. She's a true friend. She's always been a friend. But she's had some tough situations arise in her home, her relationship with her husband, and a couple of teenage daughters that are, pulling at her, and it's been hard. Yeah. And so she wrote me this amazing birthday card, with a little gift card in it, and the amazing birthday card just full of love. And she goes, all right, I need to stop now because I'm crying, and the impact that you've had on me, and wow. I find myself sharing something with my daughters and going, Wendy told me that a long time ago, or Wendy shared that. So I know that I'm having an impact, and I know that if I was cut short today and I found myself in heaven, I know that the good Lord would say to me, well done, good and faithful servant. I don't mean to say that I'm patting myself on the back, but I also feel like I have given my all. Yeah. At all times when I can. And right now I'm giving my all to make sure my bills are paid and making sure that my family's not unduly suffering. And I also get the charge out of that gifting that I have to be, somebody that has some care and wisdom around relationships.
That's wonderful.
So it's good.
When you heard that this Caribbean guy was coming to meet you, what did you think?
I was excited. Well, not only excited for this meeting, and we had a wonderful reunion. You're real. No, you're real. So that was great. I enjoyed that. But mostly, I'm like, look at what you can do when you set your mind to it. Yeah. Look at what these people are doing. These people, I don't know, when did it come to you? 6-8 months ago, or 2 months ago, whatever. And you're in a van traveling the United States on a schedule that you're meeting. Yeah. Like, hello? Like, this is just so inspiring. So inspiring. Yeah. Or whatever you've done to say, okay, we have day jobs too, but they're on hold for a little bit, and Grandma and Grandpa are amazing people back home, and you've got these 2 little boys that are fine and thrive. I mean, it's just so great and so cool to put something that started as a whatever it started for you 2.5 years ago, and look at you, look what you've done. I mean, so when I saw that this Caribbean guy was coming, I'm a little sad that I didn't make it to Trinidad
first, right?
April first. I'm a little sad that you found me first, but I'll get over it.
We could fix that.
I'll get over it. That's it. I'll get over it. Not a problem.
Wendy, this has been a great pleasure. What are you excited about the most right now?
Oh gosh, what would I say I'm excited about the most right now? I would say, truly, honestly, this is the truth, is getting my house in such a great shape so that I can open it up to people like you and say, come stay, come sleep, because I can be proud of it. But right now it's a wreck, and it's in the midst of being transferred.
Jeff, I hope you heard that, Jeff.
You heard that, Jeff? No, Jeff and Wendy, I bought some paint to do the trim in one of the rooms that we just painted. And I said, I'll be the trim girl. And he said, good, you be the trim girl. So I have my own part of it, but he's doing the lion's share of it, for real and for sure. So that sounds petty in a way, but really I just want to have a house and a home that I'm like, come along, I'm cooking some dinner, I want you to stay, you guys to stay for a couple of nights or a couple of weeks, whatever, a couple of nights, that kind of thing. So and I have visions of being able to have a room that's in my house that I have it all mapped out, and to be able to sit down and have a cup of tea with somebody and say, let's talk.
Sounds good.
And be a coach.
Or coffee.
In real time with a real person in my home. So
I'm sure you'll accomplish that goal. I am sure you will accomplish that goal. I am sure. I am sure.
Good.
Well, folks, again, it's the amazing Wendy Willams.
Not Fitz.
Well, again, Wendy has been so instrumental. It's been a great pleasure to have her with us. Wendy, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
With Angel.
She's real. Wendy is real.
Right. And can I just tell you, Angel's very tall. For those of you who may not know that, I'm 5'9", and he's probably a foot and a half taller than me. What are you, 6'5"?
I'm just 6'2".
Just 6'2".
Yeah, just 6'2". I'm tall. Yeah.
That's right.
Wendy's a
whatever
ton
that
of
might mean.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Yeah.
Laters.
Bye.